Yo, what's up? Day 19, recap from day 18. Wanted to bring back the book and give a special thanks to Katie and Keith. What's up, Katie and Keith? Wanted to give them special thanks because they lent me the book as well as introducing some of that mind, body, soul conversations on things, and yeah, really good stuff. But yeah, special thanks to you guys. What's up, y'all? What it do? Again, mind, body, soul. So going back to it, being able to understand the surface, right? To understand the surface, to understand how to understand, and what we do within these things. And what we do, just know that within the things we do, they're going to have outcomes, right? Then these outcomes, think no matter how much we break away or go into things, you go into it, which is just so funny to me. But, no matter how much you go into problem solving or anything, you're going to come up and end up within these two extremities, these two ends of the spectrum. And I think ultimately that's what it boils down to. And they do overlap, and they do have that circle diagram, right? To compare and to contrast, the yin and the yang. And again, with that, just know that love is love and hate is hate. I know there's a lot of filters and a lot of, broadness within what I just explained, but within how you go about navigating things, just know that you're going to end up within two ends of the spectrum, man. It's what you do within those things. And yeah, just know that love is love and hate is hate, and balance is key. So with that, going into my practice within the mind, the body, and the soul, and touching upon healing ourselves, and really getting into it. I'm gonna lay down over here. Just lay down on that ground, give my body some stretches, breathing in and around. Oh yeah. Just stretching it out, feeling all that flow, understanding the body, understanding the mind, understanding the soul, and what that really means. And knowing the things we know, right? We talk about purity, we talk about cleansing, we talk about the goodness, we talk about the badness. We need to understand and distinguish these things and know, how that is being impacted and how that is being affected in thy life. Bringing my feet together. Just come here. Can't really do that. I'm gonna come in crisscross applesauce a little bit, maybe. Oh yeah, there it is. Taking me a little bit to kind of come in and crisscross applesauce. Just gonna straighten out my posture, straighten out my back, rotate my neck, bring my arms to the side, bringing them up top. Setting my prayers and my intentions. Oh yeah, homing that in, getting grounded, setting it, understanding that. Day 19, what up? What it do? Happy holidays, everyone. Just getting that, rotating my body around, holding that twist to the right, rotating it. Now I'm gonna just look towards the other side. Getting into that breathing as well. Understanding those forms. Now turning to the other side and understanding those forms. So, as I brought up earlier, the video or the book, Shrug Out to Your Body and Understanding, and knowing our surface. You know, I talk about these things and I talk a lot of things on broad terms because I don't want it to sound or, you know, to give off, you know, being so directed and so much rigor, you know, so much discipline on saying this is what it's supposed to be, because if you do it this way, then there is no other way. And it's like, no, I don't believe in that. I believe in, you know, there are many ways to get to where one wants to go, and it's up to us how to get there, and, you know, to choose, you know, these paths. And I think when we do choose these paths, you know, it also brings about adding to our character traits, right, and who and how that impacts us and what makes us who we are, and knowing some of those ramifications, if you're able to kind of filter some of those. But you know, within that, before, or maybe, alright, with that stated, of some of the things I stated of surface and all that, we're able to see kind of, you know, the makeup. As I turn to the side and get into my forms, we get to see the makeup of the world, you know, again. And human beings have only walked the earth for the past 200,000 years. So within our times right now, which is pretty awesome times, we're able to understand, you know, and be able to see within our histories, and even within my generations, and especially my generation, where we're at, and you know, some of our I guess one up, you know, than the elder generations, is that we're able to actually have the technology as well as the time to reflect and to see what this has done and what these things mean, you know, and from us and within how one like myself goes about living and conducting one's life, you know, they can really get to really understand and articulate these thoughts and be able to pinpoint what is and what is not. How do I want to move? How do I go about navigating this, you know, this place we so-called live in, and kind of be able to make sense of it all and having peace of mind. What's up, Mom? What's up, Dad? What's up, fam? Siblings? Mahalo. Oh, aloha. Kumusta? But yeah, so with that, and just with everything, you know, with just humanity and pop culture and society and all that stuff, you know, at times it really disgusses me, and it saddens me on a lot of levels of things, and you know, where I can see one might hold importance towards the things that are out there, and it's just unfortunate because it doesn't make anything or our lives that much better on things. And that's why, you know, starting this and doing this practice and sharing it with you, I hope I'm able to kind of, you know, touch upon these things and know that, you know, forget all these filters, forget all these everything, like, yo, I'm human, you're human, you know, we're both living on the same earth, and actually we're killing this earth. And you know, how do we want to strive for greatness when no one can be great because we can't even live, we can't even fight to live, right? Because we got no place to live. And you know, with that thought alone, it's just sad. And I think one of my beliefs is that, you know, we're able to be a part of this beautiful earth because we are the key to be able to, you know, really save the earth and be able to help direct its ecosystems, and be able to, you know, prevent disasters and tragedies instead of create them, because it seems like all we've been doing is creating tragedies and chaos and, you know, a lot of hatred. And I hope we're able to kind of smarten up and really come together on things, because I think we're all after the same thing on things, and just stretching that out and working it out over there, bringing it into center, coming towards you, bringing the foot up. But yeah, so the mind, the body, the soul, getting the stretch out. Day 19, working it out, getting the flows, understanding my basket, and setting my goals. Feeling that whole stretch, straightening out my body, feeling that stretch from my foot, my right toes, all the way to my head, getting that centered in on my left foot, my left leg, stretching that left foot out, rotating it, shaking it out, not kicking it out. Rotating that left leg out and around, having my hands spread out. Keep my balance, keeping that left leg behind me. Putting my hands to center, taking that out, coming in. Whew. Now turning to the side and getting that and navigating through it. And reaching that. Grabbing that foot with my right hand and squeezing it, following that breathing. But I come to you when I have my faults as well. I'm not perfect, but I can say, within the great words of Michael Jackson, it may be too late to change the time, but it's never too late to change your mind. Once again, rest in peace, Michael Jackson. But again, it may be too late to change the time, but it is not too late to change your mind. Now grab it. That foot, that right foot with my right hand outside on the other side, rotating that hand out, and spreading that out, focusing that breathing. Extending that right leg out now. Extending my left hand out, bringing my left palm up to the skies. Looking up. Feeling that stretch on my right hand, all on my right side. Bringing that to center. Rotating my head, feeling that stretch around, breathing into those spots, introducing that touch, getting a deeper stretch, understanding that form, calculating those movements, processing that flow, getting into that beat now coming towards you. Starting to pick up my right hand, my right foot, my right leg, going through that. Getting that stretch on my right leg, opening that up, bringing that to center. Getting that flow and that breathing right into it. Holding that, feeling that stretch all the way from my left foot to the top of my head. Feeling that flow. It's kind of difficult when you are on one foot and you move your head left and right, kind of moving your equilibrium, the liquids of your brain. It's quite difficult, quite the challenge. Now I'm going to be kicking that right leg up in front towards you and start to swing that right leg, hit that 180 degrees, kick that back leg behind me, keep my hands up to the side to get my balance, bring my hands to center as I kick my right foot behind me, and keeping that kick as As I start to bring my foot down and around, shaking it, bringing it to center. Oh yeah, getting that flow, understanding that body scan. And again, if you're in the office, you know, you can just take your break. You can just go like this. Bring your hands around you. And then focus on that breathing in, please. You can choose in through your nose, out through your nose, in through your mouth, out through your mouth, a combination of them. In through your nose, out through your mouth, in through your mouth, out through your nose. And just be one with it. The main importance is being able to connect with your body, connect with your breathing. And with that same thought, you can start to connect with your mind, connect with your soul. And please understand, just because one may not, or one may go into the understandings of, oh, I don't believe in God, I don't do this, or I don't do that, so I don't, you know, I don't think this whole spirit, this whole soul thing is going to be even a thing, you know. And I beg to differ. I believe we all have one. It was, I guess the best way I can ask or put it in terms is, or to explain it to you on why everyone has a soul or a spirit, is that essentially my friend was asking me, she was like, so what do you think came first, mind, body, soul? And I was like, soul, definitely, but it also comes last, you know, kind of coming in, because before we were even here, we had this thought, this soul, right, kind of thinking that we were going to be made into this mind, into this body, as well as this soul being able to be cast upon, right? So once it's there, then boom, that's like the initiation of it. But kind of at the end, where it also is at the end where soul is because just because you're born with that soul doesn't mean you die with that soul, so to speak. You know, within time of things, you know, it's relevant and irrelevant, and it's what you make of it, and these things that we do, you know, will make us. And like I said, with what I was saying in the beginning of, you know, what path we choose, we're going to be able to, you know, build up, and whatever path we're going down, you know, we're going to be picking up these attributes, these things that will make us and will have an impact towards our character. You know, they may be for the good, they may be for the bad, you know, who is to say, but it's just us to realize that, to be able to, again, look in the mirror and say, everything's all right, and that I love you, and to be able to heal. So yeah, coming down on my knees, getting ready for it. Bending my body down to the ground, feeling that stretch. Down, coming down to the side for you. Stretching out those legs, rotating my leg, getting those hamstrings stretched out. Oh yeah, those knees. Stretching out that body. Coming down to my knees. Sitting down. And put my head down to the ground. Rotating my hands around. Rocking my body left and right to feel that stretch. Now I'm just gonna have my head down, focus on that breathing, and then rest my body weight on my head, and just feel that stretch on my neck, on my head, my crown, starting to put some pressure on my head. Bring it back down. Put my left hand on my neck, and my right hand on my lower back. Feeling that stretch. Rotate my hands, put my right hand on my neck now, and put my left hand on my lower back. And breathe into that stretch. I'm gonna put my left hand on my stomach, my right hand on my chest. Give it some rubs. Into that breathing. Switch over. Into that breathing. Just wipe my sweat a bit. Body is heating up. Body heats up really well when you do this. You know, you bring those awareness towards your body. Be able to say what's up, and your body says what's up back to you. So I think that's one of its forms of saying hello is sweat. And just bring my arms around. Oh yeah, that's some goodness. Goodness on the body, goodness on the soul, goodness on the mind. So yeah, that caps it for day 19. Happy holidays again, and I shall see y'all tomorrow for practice 20.